Listen Slowly is a youth cultural novel made by the Vietnamese author Than Lai and has won lots of distinctive awards such as the New York Times bestseller and the Publisher's Weekly Book of the Year.
Than Lai was born in Saigon, Vietnam in 1965. A decade later, she immigrated to Montgomery, Alabama in 1975. She currently lives in New York City, lives with a husband Henry Omer and a 5-year-old daughter.
This novel starts off with an introduction to our protagonist Mai, who is a 6th grader and has just finished school and is looking forward to summer to cool off. But her mom thinks that it's best for her to go with her dad and grandma to Vietnam to figure out whether or not her grandma's husband is dead or not. And so, she ends up bustling through the streets of Hanoi and Saigon and has a lot of valuable lessons that she learns and a lot of embarrassing moments along with it. As I was reading throughout this novel, I realized that my favorite character is Mai, mainly because that her actions in the book replicate mine's every day in real life. For example, I am very stubborn when it comes to going out. I never like going out with anyone in general, unless it's on my own likeness or I plan ahead. Also, I get very irritated when something happens to my skin. If I ever get a rash, if I ever get a scab, or if I get cut, I get very frustrated and mad because I don't like anything happening to my skin. And finally, I hate it when things aren't going my way. I become very frustrated and start throwing mini tantrums every time it gets worse and worse. That is why I chose Mai as my favorite character.
One theme that I saw in this book was perseverance and how Mai decided to persevere through everything she disliked. Another theme that I realized in this book was spending time with your family, because most of the family members stuck together in Vietnam and decided to help each other out. The last theme that I saw in this book was focusing on yourself, because in the village, everybody was trying to bother and annoy Mai by always grouping up around her.
My personal response to this book is that we should just push through the hard times and try to stick through it. This is because in this entire book, Mai has shown me that you can find the good things in the bad by just looking past the bad and looking for the good. Also, this book has taught me that sticking with your family is much better than sticking with your friends. This is because Mai has eventually started to stick with her grandma, even though she didn't want to stick with her at the beginning. And so, she slowly started enjoying her time in Vietnam. The significant passage that I chose is on the second page of this book. It goes, "My parents slapped me with the news just last night when I was floaty and happy because 6th grade was finally over. I was thinking summer vacation, sunsets, bonfires. But no, with buggy eyes and stretchy smiles, they cooed out the news that I get to escort Ba, Dad's mom, to Vietnam for 6 whole weeks." I chose this significant passage because it relates to me from my events in the past and what's happening to me right now in the present. In the past, because I was dragged to unknown places that I never explored or visited before. For example, California in this case, because back then when I was 3, I didn't realize that California was a place. I only knew that Philippines was a place. Also in the present, because this is me whenever I want to make plans. I start making plans and then all of a sudden my parents say we're going somewhere on the same day. I end up just becoming very frustrated and very, very lonely and sad because I didn't get to go with my friends. In conclusion, if you want to read about Mai's amazing adventure through Hanoi and Saigon and learn more about her history, you should read Listen Slowly by Than Lai.